This bird is being a shoe. Alright. Howdy, everyone. Let's get back to hunting Dynamax adventures. So, much like last time, we don't have a god path anymore because we had to lose that because we ran out of Dynamite ores. We can't keep resetting. So, hey, Metal, how you been? How you been, Metal? Alright, let's get going. Let's get cracking. Not necessarily Skull Kraken, because that's a beta name for Gyarados. But yeah. I mean, see, here's the kind of the good and bad thing about no longer having the God Path, is that we now don't need to wait for a certain number of people to get in for us to be able to do it. We can, I can even just run it solo now if we don't get enough people. Why is it in a shoe? Well, Hannah, that is an explanation. The reason for that is that Ho-Oh is being a shoe. It is being annoying. It is not appearing as a shiny. It is going ridiculously over odds, and so we call it a shoe. Because it is, it's a shoe. There's no reason. It's a shoe. That's just what it is. It's just being a shoe. It is a shoe. It's not a shoe like Shoe though. Like, Alan is like over 900 Dynamax Adventure encounters and still has not gotten his Mewtwo. He is over 900 at this point. It's a shoe. It is a shoe. I'm honestly thinking we're not going to get this before we get Scarlet Violet. Just finished building out Spiritomb. Nice. You have missed a lot, Hannah. You have missed a great deal. But yeah, if you guys are able to pop in, we're happy to have you. Or are you still hunting with Danny, Alan? Because if you're still hunting with Danny, I can just run these solo. I can just run some solo fights. Because honestly, like I'll go solo. I'll go some solo fights. I'll do some solo fights. Because like, here's the thing about like doing like the solo ones with Ho-Oh. Is if I can get a good rock type, doing art stuff here, show 50% of speaking. Oh, you can. Oh, you can join Alan? Okay. Alright, we loading up the thing. If anyone is able to pop in, we need your assistance. But yeah. I may be able to do some Mewtwo ones later tonight, Alan. Depending. Depending on if you're gonna be doing, I mean, I'll be a bit slow in terms of my like inputs because I'm gonna be doing a little bit of recording. Hey, lady. Hi, lady. Someone please go grab lady's link. How are you doing, lady? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay. We are just resuming the hunt of the shoe. We are resuming hunting for the shoe bird. Spiritomb said as Infiltrator, Leftovers, Phantom Force, Snarl, Willow Wisp. I've been wondering where... That is a good question. That is a good question. I haven't seen them live lately. Well, the thing is we don't have the God Path anymore. Wait. You got Heat Ran on encounter number 100, lady. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I've never had, like, the closest I had to something like that was getting a Mora 8 encounters under 8 encounters from odds. That's the closest I've gotten to anything being so on the dot. Yeah, last time I was live was 2 weeks ago. Stream of both, and that's worrying. That's more than a little worrying. There is Alan. Okay, Mudkip, go watch your JoJo. Go watch your JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Who is this Alan guy? Indeed, definitely. I have no idea who this Alan is. He sounds like only slightly less of a unlucky shiny hunter than this guy. Definitely not Alan, who can't get Mewtwo, Shewtwo shinies. I'm just hoping we get our shiny today. I am hoping we get our shiny today or tonight or things. Let's go. Oh, please give us some rock types. Give us some rock types, game. That is not what I mean. I do not mean give... Oh, these options suck. These options are absolutely garbo. These options are garbo. I see a rock type. I see rock types. No, we don't have the God Path anymore. We ran out of Dynite. Okay. So we have Swampert. And we have Dreadnought. Okay. So, okay, so here's the plan. Alan, you and Lady are swapping out for the Swampert and Dreadnought, respectively. All things considered, I think it would be best if Magneton swaps out for this, just so we can get, just so we can have this thing spam Grass moves against, thing. Yeah. I was thinking a good idea for this would be, we have the Magneton swap out for this. So that way we can just spam Max Overgrow against the, just spam Max Overgrow. Against Swampert. Then we figure out from there. We figure out things from there. Speed Falls. Galvantula. Galvantula. Come on, charge up Solar Beam and attack the magnets. Okay, good. Attack the magnets. Attack the magnets with laser beams. I said attack the magnets with laser beams. Not Stomping Tantrum, you stupid thing. I said use laser beams. You jerk. You jerk. I hate this trait. Nyeh. Nyeh. Freeze. I don't know why the DAs hate Magneton so much. I don't know what Magneton did to piss off the Dynamax Adventure so much. Okay. Yeah. I do wonder, though. Like, I mean, we all know when I eventually get my shiny for this, we all know I'm just going to be clocked out of it. Swap out. This thing is being a shoe. This thing is being a shoe. It's a shoe. It's such a shoe. We know it's a fake pair of Air Jordans, though. We do know that Ho-Oh is a fake pair of Air Jordans. It's a fake pair of Air Jordans. I hope Ho-Oh steps on a Lego as well. Ho-Oh deserves to step on a Lego. Now we attack with laser beams. Now we attack the Axolotl with laser beams. Because laser beams are fun. Laser beams are fun. Laser beams are fun. Pew, 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 pew. Psycho Cut. Bug Buzz. Drop stats. Dang, I was hoping it would drop defensives. Not on tomorrow, been the last day of Zero and Sword before Scarlet like Command shines tonight. What? Wait. Scarlet Violet releases on the 18th. Why Oh, tomorrow being the last day. Okay. Why did I not grab my Switch down there? Because your brain is a shoe, Mudkip. Because your brain is being a shoe. That's why you didn't grab it. Okay. Psycho Cut. Hit it with Psycho Cut. Mew. Mew. Okay. Yay! It's dead. Good, it's dead. Okay. I already have a shiny Swampert, so it's fine. I already have one. I got my shiny Marshtomp, actually, which evolved into my shiny Swampert when I was hunting for Kartana. Let's just say I wasn't happy about getting a shiny shiny Marshtomp because I kind of wanted the Kartana back then. I mean, the funny thing is that for as bad as that Kartana hunt was, I got 2 of the rarest shinies. As in, I got a shiny Salazzle and a shiny Frostlass from that. So, mixed feelings. There's some mixed feelings as far as that goes. Galvantula's gonna swap out here. Because Galvantula doesn't do well against Ho-Oh. Galvantula doesn't do well against Ho-Oh. I at least can, like, defensively tank some things from Ho-Oh Miltyface. But, the bug is gonna get deep fried. Psycho Cut. Sideshow Cut. It has an electric move, but the thing is, Ho-Oh has enormous special defense. And it's also weak to fire and rock. Which means it's not gonna do too well against Ho-Oh. I, at the very least, can, like, eat fire-type moves. Whereas, you know, Galvantula just can't. I recommend you Dynamax here, Galvantula. Wait, no, I'm Dynamax. I'm Dynamax anyway. Game. Game is infuriating me. Game is infuriating your boy. AJ's. Game is infuriating your boy. This is why I would like to strangle Ho-Oh. Because if it weren't for Ho-Oh being a shoe, we wouldn't need to deal with this ball. Honestly, after this, I'm hoping Palkia is just going to be an easy hunt. And honestly, all things considered, I might just do Palkia via encounters in Ultra Space at this point. Like, I am honestly debating going and just hunting them in my Ultra Moon now. Because I am sick of this stupid thing. I love Dynamax Adventures. I love battling. But if I'm going to be honest, Ho-Oh has killed that for me. Ho-Oh has killed that enthusiasm for me. And I want to strangle this turkey. I want to strangle this turkey. Mindstorm. Exactly, defenestration is fun. But the thing is, I would defenestrate it, but right now the window is closed. It's cold outside. And the room is presently at a cool enough temperature that I don't need to open the window to vent the heat. Because yeah, for those who don't know, running the laptop, the Switch, and the PC all simultaneously heats my room up a lot. So in the middle of winter, when, you know, it's 32 degrees outside or less Fahrenheit, I will just crack open the window just a little bit to let the cold air flow in. Alan, you dumbass. Alan, you dumbass. Alan, don't toy with us like that. Alan, don't toy with us like that. Go. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. This is going to suck colossally. This is not going to go well for our heroes because the thing freaking uses a fire move or ancient power. Well, we know that Mr. Mime is going to die. Mr. Crime is gonna die. With just Chikorita with a Pokemon Fire Gems. Well, the thing is, that's possible. You just need to level it up high enough, and then it works. The other thing you gotta remember is back in Gen 2, the badge boosts were still a thing. Back in Gen 2, the badge boosts were still a thing. So, it's honestly more reasonable than you'd expect. I mean, fish. Yeah. It's like... yeah, the thing is, like... So long as you level up stuff enough, you can beat a game with anything. Like, you can beat... Like... You can beat the Elite Four in Let's Go with a Metapod. You can beat the Elite Four in Let's Go with a Metapod. Yeah. That actually happened. That actually happened. Now let's crush this stupid Shula-bird with rocks. But also, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you have not done so already. I hate this bird. I absolutely hate this bird. I wish for its destruction and its defenestration more than anything. Get it. And kill it with rocks. Kill it with the pebbles. I have no idea what you mean. Still going, are we? Yes, we are still going for Ho-Oh. We are still going for the shoe bird. Ho-Oh did not attack us at all. I just realized that Ho-Oh did not do a single point of damage to any of us. It completely threw. Ho-Oh's throwing. Ho-Oh had us nailed dead to rights. And it threw. Hey, Determination, how you doing? Yeah, Ho-Oh just said I'll give you this fight. It's not gonna shine, though. Forgot you can't get junk. You already caught it. Yeah. I hate this bird. I want to stab it. I want to stab it. Yeah. I hate this bird. If you didn't know, Ho-Oh is confirmed to be fake. Yeah, Ho-Oh is confirmed to be fake Air Jordans. Ho-Oh is confirmed to be a pair of fake Air Jordans. I hate this bird. I despise Ho-Oh. I wish to strangle this bird. I hate it. Alright. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep it going, because we still gotta keep hunting the stupid bird. Alright. Again, you can tell that how just I am losing my mind hunting this stupid bird based on I am not maintaining my normal semi-dignified composure. I'm just devolving into rage and anger and generalized annoyance and apathy. I normally try to keep upbeat and quippy. No, here you're just seeing everything is gone. All the emotion is drained from my face. All I am left with is generalized apathy and rage. All that's left is generalized apathy and rage. Because I want to crush this bird. Honestly, nothing is ever going to beat that layer on Metal War. Nothing is ever going to beat that layer on Shenanigans. We one-shot that Ho-Oh. It was coaching, decorate, and simple. Yeah, I know how that is determined. I know how that determination is. I know how that's the thing. Okay, lady. Okay. Okay. Alan, get your butt in here. Alan, get your butt in here. We still need you. We still need you, Alan. We require significant amounts of assistance. We still need assistance. What do you think the other two starter types are? Poipol's poison type. Honestly, I feel like it's just... I feel like Poipol just like, okay, Poipol is just the starter everyone gets. He's popping to say hi, can't stay for long. Thank you, Aiden. Have a good day. Have a good night, Aiden. Thank you very much for popping in. Because, like, we don't need to... Because it doesn't need to be that every other thing has a typing triangle. I don't think that there is a typing triangle there. I think it's just like that. It's the Poipol. It's the starter. Oh boy, Rhydon. Yes. Someone pick up the Rhydon. Yes. We good. We are good. We are doing good. Really none of these are overly good aside from like the Stunfisk. The Stunfisk is the least bad. Alright, we need to look for rock types. We need to look for rock types I legit can't stop thinking about. Really? Interesting. Oh, that's Nidoking. I have an idea. Actually. Okay, well, we can't do the idea, then. I was going to say, we could try to go for the Oranguru, and then just have the Oranguru use Instruct on the Rhydon over and over again. But, I mean, we can't Dynamax them, which would be a problem. We can't Dynamax them, which would be slightly problematic. So I guess it's probably best we didn't do that. All things considered, it's probably best we didn't do that. I'm gonna go for Skull. I'm gonna go for Skull Burns. Hopefully. Oh, right, this thing has Energy Ball. This thing kind of bodies all of us, aside from the Magmar, unfortunately. This thing kind of bodies us. Really? Look. Really? I look like Technoblade? What does Technoblade look like? I mean, the hair's a bit too light. The hair's a bit too light colored. But I can vaguely see it. I can vaguely see it. I can somewhat vaguely see it. Earth power. Hit it with the earth power. Hit him with the thunderbolts. Oh yeah, now I have a sweat swim activates, so I'm always it healing us. Maybe the low counter. I have no idea what you mean there. I have no idea what you mean by that, Phoenix. Eat this thunderbolt. Eat this thunderbolt. Yeah. The low pixel count is doing some favors. I mean, I think it was just that Minecraft was just being searched a lot more. I think that might be what it was more than anything. Because, like, things that are searched more, people start making a lot more of. Because it's doing well, so people make more of it. And then because people are making more of it, it does better, so people do more of it. And it eventually just goes in, like, this feedback loop of something doing very well, so more people do it. So more people do it, so it does better. And then so more people do it again, and it does better, and it just keeps building. But then eventually it gets to a point of just super saturation. And eventually it just goes to a point where it just cannot sustain itself anymore. Is that alchemy? Is that an alchemy, I say? What is the question? What is the question determination? What is the question? Yeah, I would love for Fossil Fighters to come back, but I don't think it's ever going to, Metal War. Main reason for that is just the copyrights and like the rights issue is just a nightmare to deal with. So Mother uses milk, trying to drink itself a glass of milk, or does it roll itself and drink the source? I have no idea. I prefer not to think about it. Is the question. I prefer not to think about it is the answer I give. Oh yeah, after you exists. Oh yeah, the NPC's actually being smart for once. The NPC's actually being not stupid. It's called Burny Water. Burny Water. Yes, we got the burn. You're a bit too late for that. You're a bit too late for Safeguard to help you, you stupid thing. It's a bit too late for Safeguard to help ya. So, you just got dunked on your floating thing. Eventually, I'm gonna Masuna breed for a 0 speed IV one of you. I am gonna get a 0 speed one of you. Because that is a beautiful shiny and I want it. It's going pretty well. It's going pretty okay. Stunfisk. Stunfisk amuses me. Stunfisk amuses me. Although off guard people get whenever I ask, the reactions from flustered, intrigued, who misses guts and impressed. Hey, Grok, how you doing? Welcome in. I love the Dynamax cries. I mean, I still say that Togekiss has the best. I still think Togekiss has the best Dynamax cry. It sounds like a demon. It sounds like a freaking demon, and I love it. Some of them are just eh, but others are like top tier. Take Togekiss. Togekiss is just top tier. I love it. Burn. Get a little bit of burnt. See, now I go fast, and I hit it with the burn. But how are you doing, Croc? How are you doing? Burny water. Crustal. Hey, Skill, how you doing? Welcome back. Gallade just looks weird. Gallade's eye positioning is just so weird. There seems to be a number of people who are actually sick right now in chat, Croc. It seems there's a bit of a bug going around. It's a good thing you can't get sick through the internet. It's a good thing you can't get sick through the internet. Do 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 do. It sounds like every kid in gym after it's been raining. The thing is, being in the rain and being cold does not actually make you sick. That's an alchemy. Okay. Christian, switch out the Golurk for the alchemy. We are going to need the alchemy. The reason for it is alchemy's decorate. Oh, Crustl's Dynamax cry. That is an oddly specific thing to describe its cry as. That is an oddly very specific. But yeah, Christian, I want you to swap out the Golurk for the alchemy. Reason for it, and then just spam decorate. We need a gimmick love for Sinnoh starters. Never get G-Max moves. No! No! No more gimmicks. No more gimmicks. No more super mechanics. We need an end of the super mechanics. The super mechanics are ruining the games. Okay, that's an exaggeration. They're not ruining the games. They're just not very healthy for competitive play. And also, I just don't like super species fixation of the games. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the super mechanics or gimmicks. I'm glad they don't exist. I mean, also, like, there's a number of them that have never gotten. There's a number of Pokemon that have never gotten a gimmick. Like, there is, you know, Gen 2 starters, Gen 2 starters and 4 starters, Gen 5 starters. Can't forget the Gen 5 starters. And, yeah. You suck. You suck. You suck. Smart Strike. I mean, I just think we need an end of the super mechanics. I think we just need an end of the super mechanics wholesale. Because, I mean, the main issue with it is just it focuses way too much on a specific group of species. Like, overall, having a specific species focus just, it is problematic. We always do. We always need help, Pyramar. We always need help with these Dynamax adventures. We always need help. After you. Smart Strike. I do love Smart Strike. It's funny that it took so long for us to finally get a perfectly accurate move that is highly useful and competitive. That's not really a gimmick, that's just a regional variant. That's not really a gimmick, really. And even then, there's only one of each of them. I wouldn't really call regional variants a gimmick, though. Because they're their own separate, distinct Pokemon. You know, it's like saying, you know, Shaman Sky form and Shaman Base form are the same thing. They're two entirely separate entities. Now we need to kill this thing. We need to kill Alchemy. We must destroy it. I'm only about 20 minutes away from achieving 600 hours. Let me get a ranked match in. Go into. I mean, in Splatoon? I mean, Legends itself is a game. Like, Legends isn't a gimmick of a game. It is a tech demo. Legends is a game that is a tech demo. It is not a game. It is a playable Scarlet Violet tech demo. Super mechanics, all bad. Super mechanics. Super mechanics. ... Bad. With 3 underlines. Also, Malamar is ruined for me. Its ability is supposed to get nerfed into the ground. Honestly, I mean, I'm glad abilities like that are getting them. The fact that the competitive play do not implement ban list outside of legendaries and other cools. The thing is, that's a good thing that they don't implement ban lists like that. Because when you start getting into specific specialized bans, then that gets very, very much into personal biases can affect the overall rankings. That's why when you have simply blanket bans like that, it's actually the overall best way of doing things. Because that way you don't have potential bias in the rulemaking affect things. Which is one of the issues that I think is a big thing to smoke on, because even though it is a usage cap, even though like a usage percentage is where they draw the line, the thing is, the usage level, well, okay, usage percent this, that is an arbitrary number that they just pick. Like, okay, this number is where something is too good. There is no grounding for that. There is no numerical basis. It is just they picked this number to be, this is where we say something is too good. When you have a blanket standardized list of these specific categories are removed, that is free of any sort of ban. Entry Megas in the way of legendaries and other goals. I mean, I still say that they should never have existed. I still think that they never should have existed. Like, the main issue with Megas really is that it curved so heavily into fan service and warping the games around these very specific species more than anything. Like, it essentially allowing fan service to rule the games is a problem, and that's, I mean, the other thing is that, you know, the Megas doesn't actually help the base Pokemon, because the base Pokemon is not the same thing. It's like saying that Swinub is amazing because Mamoswine destroys Landorus. You were supposed to use, Christian, you were supposed to use Decorate on the Alchemy. You're supposed to use Decorate on the Rhydon. Megas were a mistake. As a blanket statement, Megas were a mistake. I am glad they are gone, and they never should have existed. They never should have existed. When you have Pokemon running around with Deoxys level offensive stats and actual defenses, no, that should never have existed. You don't lie to expire the entire world of Pokemon through multiple lives. I don't think they will ever do that. I don't think that they will ever make a game where you can explore every different region. The reason why comes down simply into numbers. The thing is, you would make one game, and that one game would basically contain everything. If that one game contains everything, they'd never be able to make more games. So it would be a massive shot in the foot in terms of just any sales. They get, you know, one big growth, and then they would never get really any sales after that because they can't really make other games then. They're meant to be competitive anyway, as they're just sort of fun and messing around with the main games. I think like Mega should never. No, I still think that they never, because the reason why is that Mega's existing places far more emphasis, and it justifies to fans the fan service. And then when that fan service is removed, it creates hostility towards things that don't go the same extent of fan service. Because when you keep giving, you know, fan service to things and then you take that away, the fans feel entitled to getting that same fan service again and again and again and again, and when it is taken away, then they turn hostile. As we exactly saw when it was revealed Megas weren't going to be in Sword and Shield. People who, you know, stand the Megas turned outwardly extremely hostile. And that's one of the reasons why things like Megas are intrinsically a problem, is that it incites that sort of self-justifying fan service, which is a problem. Something tells me that you would say that every summoning method in Yu-Gi-Oh! Other than Fusion is bad. I'll be honest, I really don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Summonings. I really don't understand them. I understand fusions, but like the synchro stuff and beyond, I never had any real exposure to Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyond a vague idea of synchro summoning, and I just never really watched any of the stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh! So I never really got involved in it, so I don't really know how it works. You know, I don't really know a thing about them. The advisors in particular, then when it comes to fan service. See, you are right, it doesn't have any particular biases. That we know of yet. However, we do know they are going to be doing special Terrastalize events for things. They've already announced that there's going to be a special Terrastalize Charizard. They've already announced there's a special Charizard Terrastalize event. So it is already in some ways having that biasing being applied in just that special Pokemon or getting them through special events. So even if it isn't intrinsically, it is being outwardly presented in that way after a while. You can make a stone bottom to the Pokemon with you in different regions. Only watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Because she's not 16. She's like 16. Oh, that was an excellent response there, Alex. That was absolute perfection. I love it. Oh, look, it's not sparkling. It's not sparkling. Okay, so you will about gimmick charges should be blacklisted for future gimmicks regardless. The thing is, I don't really mind Charizard is the thing. I don't really mind Charizard. I've used Charizard in Let's Go without the Mega, and I just really enjoy using it on Hyper Offense Sun teams. You know, sans even the G-Max. I love it. It's like, I actually like Charizard, irrespective of any of the gimmicks. I hate the fact that it gets all the gimmicks, but I actually do like Charizard. I have a respect for it after having used it. Dude, I literally just said I hate that it gets the things. I've used it irrespective of those, and that's why I like it, irrespective of those. I despise it actually got those. I actually didn't even like Charizard until, what, like 3 years ago? When I actually first used it? When did Let's Go first come out? Like 3 years ago? Yeah, the first time I ever did anything with Charizard was like, play with it in Let's Go. I needed something that was a fire type. I just picked up Charmander. And Let's Go was 3 years ago, right? Let's Go 3 years ago. Because Ultra Series was 2019. And Sword and Shield came out around... Wait. Was it 3 or 4 years ago? What? When the hell did Let's Go come out? When the hell did it come out? When the hell did it come out? Pokemon Let's Go. 2018. Okay, so 4 years ago. Okay. 4 years ago, that's when it came out. Okay, okay. I hate Pikachu. I honestly despise Pikachu. It's such a shit Pokemon. Pikachu is such a shit Pokemon. But the thing is, though, is like Pikachu's gone into that category, like it gets all this kind of crazy bullshit. The thing is, Eevee gets more crazy bullshit than Pikachu does. That's kind of the funny thing, is Eevee kind of gets more than it. Because the thing is, Pikachu's always going to be shit. It's always going to be shit. But yeah, I actually like Charizard because I have deliberately used Charizard outside of any of its gimmicks. I actually never have used a Mega Charizard specifically for that reason. Yeah, I've never used a Mega Charizard specifically because I despise Megas. And I actually liked it because it's a fairly decent Pokemon to use in a Let's Go playthrough. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good for that. Yeah, I detest Eevee. I detest Eevee. I don't find it cute. I just don't find it cute. Tactical Lairon. Oh, this is good. Tactical Lairon. Okay. I think we win this. I think we win this. What the hell are the cards made of, Yugo? I think that they're just... I despise Cinderace. I despise Cinderace. Also, the reason their message probably got delayed on that determination is probably because the autofilter. Probably because the autofilter. Because, like, I never really found Eevee cute. I mean, again, I have dogs myself, and I don't really find it cute. I just know I had actual pets myself. Yeah, I never really cared for Eevee. I've never cared for Eevee. But yeah, it's like, I do like how no matter what they give to Pikachu, it's always going to be shit. And the same thing kind of applies for Eevee in its forms. Like, Umbreon is good. I have a respect for Umbreon competitively. Every minute, as I get on screen, I go, God, I don't even bother to what. Burning Jealousy is good if you can predict. The thing is, Burning Jealousy is a move that was, like, designed to counter Dynamaxing. You know, it's one of those moves that was designed to basically pseudo-counter Dynamaxing. In that it was designed to deliberately counter buffs. It is designed to counter buffing. I mean, not strictly Dynamax. It's designed to counter setups in general. The only issue is it doesn't really work out that well. It doesn't work out as well as you'd like. Drop defense. We'll drop dang it, next lightning. Okay, fine, we'll delete with lightning. I do love that Lairon has such terrible special defense. I love when Lairon has such terrible special defense. Hey Charizard, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not much. I mean, aside from, you know, continuous suffering against this Ho-Oh. Aside from continued suffering against Ho-Oh. Alright, let's beat this thing. Let's beat this thing in the next year. Just want to follow on Parrish. You should probably go and rest, Phoenix. You should probably go rest in bed, if that is the case. Okay, Zetar. Managed a shiny Latias on the first try. I don't even have shiny. Oh my gosh, Pyramar, really? Alright, Sigilyph or... Actually, no, we swap out the Flareon here. Sigilyph or Flareon swap out here. Preferably the Flareon, because at least Sigilyph does have access to a special, a steel move that can actually deal with rock types. Thank you. Yeah, Flareon is a potato when it comes to fighting any of these things. It is absolutely crap all useless, because at the very least, Flash Cannon is super effective against rock. You would say that, Mudkip. Oh, Newfie. Newfie. You're not the only one. You're not the only one that can't believe it. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't been doing this bullcrap for a year. If I hadn't been doing this for a year, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't doing it myself. I hate it. What is the same attack set as Machamp? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Flareon has the same attack set as Machamp, but it also has the same attack set as Garchomp. But the thing is, it still sucks. Because its moves, and its speed, and its defense, and literally everything else is garbage. Machamp from my first bad, which later... Nice! Nice! Yamper is a good bean. Yamper is a good boy. Yamper is a very good boy. Alright. You have garbage special defense. You have garbage special defense. That's good. Basculine head in the water. Bloop. Nice. Rain down setup. Very, very good. Very, very delightful. Delightful. Eat this Thunderbolt. BLA only recently finished the main storyline, as in beating Volo, and almost half a box of shinies. First ever shiny that wasn't given to you. Wasn't just given to you as a shiny you finally taught. Yeah. Nice! Nice! My first shiny I ever got was actually my shiny Beldum that became my shiny Metagross. The first shiny I ever found ended up wrecking my entire team. It was a shiny Onyx back in Platinum. Never caught it, because it killed my entire team. I'm not salty at all about that. I'm not salty at all about it. Okay, not gonna catch it. Yeah, that... I plan to eventually do a shiny Onyx redemption hunt, though. The thing is, the shiny came out before the Crystal Onyx even did, and also, back in Gen 2, shinies were determined by a color palette algorithm. I wiped to an Onyx because this was at the start of the game when I was playing Platinum. It was 6 levels above my team, and my team was a Chimchar. It was a Chimchar. It was a Turtwig, and it was a Piplup. I couldn't do a thing to it. That was how it wiped me. While also, again, being 6 levels higher. Yeah. Not fun. Not fun. Oh, it's okay. It's okay there, Vin. It's okay there, Vin. But, are you new here, Vin? Welcome, Vin. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day. But yeah, that is how I wipe to it. That is how I wipe. Make an M. What do you mean an MG? MG for the game. I mean, I'm honestly not a fan of the custom-made shinies determination. I don't really like them. Oh, really? Glad to have you, then. Hope you enjoy. You like and subscribe for more of the stuff here. Hope you see everything we got. Well, I mean, even then, I mean, that's still a custom-made thing. That would be like a special... It would be a special limited event Pokemon. You know, the closest I could see is like a regional variant Onix where it's like Ice-type or something, but... I mean, I don't think that. You know, I mean, that's still like a special event, you know, limited thing. And... we should have the Lairon Dynamax against the Ho-Oh. We have the Lairon Dynamax against Ho-Oh. Well, I know, but it'd still be like a limited availability thing, which, you know, it's one of those things where it goes into a certain territory of, you know, it goes into like custom tailor-made things, and I mean, and I'm generally someone who I'm not generally a fan of like the specific tailor-made things, because I'm generally just not a fan of specific servicing to specific species. But I mean, again, that's just a particular thing for me. But welcome in, Ven. Hope you enjoy what we see here. We do a lot of shiny hunting. We do let's plays. We do discussion videos as well. We do all kinds of stuff and things here on the channel. And hope you enjoy what we do here. Well, I mean, again, that would be a massive programming thing. That would be an enormous thing of a feat of programming to make that. And it's one of those things where, yeah, I think you'll like it here. Like, I think, like, clothes and outfits for Pokemon, that would be a massive programming undertaking. And this is where you've got to get like the cost-benefit analysis of how much money would it need to be sunk into programming something like that into existence, and what is the benefit to the games that would be gotten out of it. The benefit gotten out of it would be next to nothing, because it's not like, you know, oh, you can dress up Pokemon now. That wouldn't really bring in new people. That's the reason. Not against its special defense. Ho has absolutely enormous special defense. And also, Rock Slide is 4 times super effective and the same type attack bonus. Metal. Metal. Remember, I play competitive. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing with moves. This is our better play. This is our better play. Sure, you can tell my entire team, yeah. Sure, you can mention your entire team. Also, I love how 3 of us have Rock Slide spam. I have Rock Slide, Lairon's got Rock Slide, and Karkol's got Rock Slide. This is fun. Z-Tar. Z-Tar. I've already made many Kaiju-themed teams. I've already done many Kaiju-themed teams. I've even done an entire Kaiju theme in Nuzlocke. We did last December. We've done an entire Kaiju theme Nuzlocke. The thing though, the thing is, the statue already existed back in the original game. The statue existed always back in the original game, and also you need to specifically code in the clothing mapped for every single Pokemon. Because, like, I don't think we'll ever get anything like outfits, because, like, we have to remember, is in order to make something like clothes, like, or like outfits for Pokemon, or like decorations on them, they would need to custom map that to every single individual Pokemon. You know, and they need to map it for every single individual Pokemon. make sure their animations work with all of those. And it would basically be like programming every single Pokemon all over again. It would massively bloat the amount of time spent on programming. Hey, welcome in, Gator. How you doing? Sweet Scare the Alpha Glare. I love the names. I love the names. I wish I could come up with clever names. I'm not. Because I suck with names. Those are amazing. Yeah, the thing about with Unite Hollowware is that the people for Unite, all they have to do is their entire job is programming outfits. Because the entire game is literally outfits. Like, Pokemon Unite's literal entire thing is Pokemon wearing outfits. Because that's how they make their money, by people buying Hollowares. That's a little different than just like a side thing in the main games. Because you buy the games to play the games. With Unite, it's like, oh yeah, let's just get the outfits. Well, you know, thank you, dude, for cutscenes, the box art, legendaries, and those. Not nearly as much as it would take for something like the outfits. Not nearly as long as it would take to map every single Pokemon for specific outfits. Because remember, you have to go through for every individual one of, at this point, 1,000 Pokemon. Like that's the thing that we don't realize often, is that there are over 1,000 Pokemon at this point if you include every single alternate form. And if you go through and you individually had to make and match up, say, cosmetics for every single one of those, that would massively bloat the budget of the game and just increase development time. Something like the opening cutscene. Something like the opening cutscene of Black and White is barely anything, because it is always a static thing. Hey, ow! Oh, Pyramar, thank you! Nice, thank you, Pyramar! Alright, let's make this thing. Counted this time. I'm impressed you can make up all those names. I am impressed you can make all those names. I hope we get it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Welcome in, Vin. Thank you very much for coming in. Things between Catalog and Scarlet and Violet. Wow. Honestly, to each their own. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, determination, that goes into, like, something that I've mentioned before about, like, specific species favoritism, which is a problem rife in the Pokemon games. That is, specific favoritism is a recurrent problem. Oh, I'm over what, like 1,700 at this point, probably. 1,700, 1,800 at this point, probably. It's ridiculous how my hours have just ballooned on this game. I'm actually gonna go get some more water because my water is out. Alright, there we go. And we're back. Controller is there. There we go. What's the Chimchar? Where's the Chimchar? I mean, the thing is, that's the thing you gotta remember, is every single little thing, it does cause favoritism. You know, even something like that, it will cause favoritism. It will cause things like that, which is one of the reasons why I say it is better just to excise that at all. What do you mean metal? What do you mean like the 8-move dragon? Explain. Moray Towers return. What was Moray Towers, Mudkip? What was Moray Towers? Again, you have to remember, I didn't play the original Splatoon or Splatoon 2. I don't know what any of these things are, Mudkip. You need to give me context. You need to give me context, Mudkip. Because remember, potato brain. Potato brain. You need to give context. Stop appreciating humor. Stop appreciating humor, everyone. Sandslash is honestly the best pick here. Marb, we need to go for rock types. Well, I mean, in the anime, Pokemon use more than 4 moves. In the anime, Pokemon... Yes! Lycanroc. Yes! I have been... There was something in my throat. Okay, I think it's clear now. Yeah. It feels like there was something caught in my throat. Like I was trying to talk and then just like nothing came out. It felt like something was just caught in my throat. One sec. I'm just gonna mute this. Okay. Think I got whatever was in my throat out. Okay. Think I'm good now. Think we're good now. Okay. I mean, it would be an interesting thing to see cosmetics like that determination, but again, the same thing of the amount of time it would take to spend coding all of those and individually making them. It just would never be financially viable. You know, that is the main issue. Is just the simple financial viability of doing something like that. Because you'd have to remember, how much development time would need to be spent making all of them. Then you gotta remember how many Pokemon there are making a unique one, or just making a thing for every single one of them. Then, how much, will people actually buy the games more because those things are added? It essentially it's like, okay, well, this game has a budget of like 20 million. We'll just pull a number out of our ass. If this thing adds on an extra like 2 million cost, but you sell no additional copies, it's not worth to add. Which is one of the reasons why you don't really get, little things like that in games, is that it doesn't add any financial benefit, is like the weird thing. Skuntank, West, or East. Oh, for a second I thought it said West or East. Like, wait, why I'm reading? I mean, I'd be more willing to buy a crap game that's cool for me. Well, I know, but the thing Determinator is, that is not the majority. Most people, like, as the cartridge is to say, most people don't really care about stuff like cosmetics. Unless you're playing a game like a MOBA, where cosmetics are kind of the main thing. In a game like Pokemon, being able to dress up your character isn't a primary impactor on people buying a game or not. That's... You don't see a big financial return, essentially, is what it is. You know, there are definitely a portion of players who that will be a decider for it. However, it's not as significant enough to be able to turn a substantial profit from. We're going for the fish. We are going for the fish because Basculin is an absolute brute force. Technically, Lance's dragon had 12 moves. Again, the anime just pulls shit out of its ass. The anime just pulls shit out of its ass for moves in Pokemon. And I freaking love that they just do not hide the fact that we're just making crap up at this point. I kind of love it. Marby, do not use Stone Edge. We need to save the Stone Edge. We need to save Stone Edge. The thing is, yeah, I wouldn't say that it was the same game. I wouldn't say it's the same game with a new look. I wouldn't call it that. The main reason why is that every single Pokemon added in later games does fundamentally change things. Thank you, Byron. And welcome back, Jay. Welcome back, Jay. Do you mean all of his different Dragonite? Because, like, Lance does have Dragonite with multiple different movesets. If that's what you mean. Because if that's what you mean, then, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, welcome in, Evelyn. Glad to have you back. How you doing? Still mad Ralph as to why match up the anime, how got screwed over in that match. Honestly, I like how as a rival. I like how as a character, because How doesn't really care much about winning and losing. You know, How's thing is he just wants to have fun. You know, that's why I like him as a character. Is even, you know, me, super competitive, always win, focus on the victory, nothing else, me. That is why I like How. That he is just someone like, I don't really care about, I just care about having fun. Like, I just want to have fun and just have good, like, How is a good boy. How is a good and wholesome being. And that is why we like How. Is like, I like Paul. Like, Paul is probably one of my favorite characters in fiction, because he is a character who legitimately has the desire to win, and goes, plans, studies. I like that. Because, like, that is what I do when I am preparing for matches. You know, I'm preparing for competitive things. I am studying. I am figuring out, you know, strategies. I am planning. And like, that's why I like Paul is doing that. I like that. I like that representation is there. But then, like, I like How, who is just, I'm just here to have fun. And I like that. Also, Croc, How, H-A-U. He is the rival in Sun and Moon, and Ultra and Ultra Moon. I just like him. And then I like the, you know, the end conclusion of his arc in the games, where he's like, I want to be a Kahuna like my grandfather, because I look up to my granddad. I want to be a Kahuna. Just it's like, I like that. You know, he has a goal in the end. I like this guy. I like How. He's a nice guy. He's a guy. He's a good guy. He's a good boy. As you watch Possible Champion Series, one episode of beating your friend, blah, blah, blah. First standpoint, and roll these Pokemon. First by 2 gems. Find by bake, continues being victory, go to League 4. I mean, the thing is, though, is if you break it down to that fundamental of a point, then that's like saying every movie is the same movie. You know, there's eventually a point where the broad strokes of a series, yeah, a series will generally repeat the broad strokes of it. But for me, it's the individual idiosyncrasies of an individual installment of a series that kind of makes the things better, the little differentiations. My favorite Ultra Beast, I'm biased in this. My favorite's Kartana. I have extremely fond memories of Kartana. It is a pleasure to be able to go into matches and absolutely decimate things with a Kartana. I mean, a majority of the reason I love Kartana comes from the fact it gives an enormous middle finger to a certain legendary Pokemon who is named Xerneas. The fact it can go in, Smart Strike, and Xerneas is gone. The fact it spot removes Xerneas, I like. It just removes Xerneas from existence. And I'm okay with this. Very well, good character type. Look at that. Yeah, but see, here's the problem determination, and I agree with what you're saying there. The thing is, though, look at the sales numbers of Black and White relative to the other games. Unfortunately, the reason why Black and White sold relatively poorly was down to several other factors that had nothing to do with the actual game itself. It was due to, like, peripheral side factors. And the takeaway by Nintendo from that, well, Game Freak, was, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth going and making story-driven games of the same quality as Black and White because they just don't return a profit. They just don't return money. Like, yeah, the problem of Generation 5 was that the timing of it was on the edge of the DS's life cycle. You know, no one cared about the DS. We knew the 3DS was coming, so no one was really caring about what was going to be on the DS. And the mentality of new game for old system bad. You know, oh, it's outdated. I don't want it. And it was a number of factors that basically completely screwed over Generation 5. And if it weren't for those factors, it would be much more fun. Like, if you switch the order of release of Gen 4 and Gen 5, there is no doubt in my mind that Unova would be the most fondly remembered game. It is just down to the very unfortunate time and place of Unova that utterly screwed it over. And the problem was that they took that to the ultimate opposite reaction of making Kalos' story very bare bones, very minimum, and very exact opposite of what Black and White was. And then they've been running with that same template ever since. Because it succeeded where Black and White failed. And they took the wrong message away from that. And which is extremely unfortunate. Was a second Pokemon game, you know, Shiny Wurmple, if generation needed it, yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, like, this is the thing about Generation 5 that I say speaks the most about its quality. Pokemon Company themselves did everything they could to actively suppress Gen 5. The vocal community did everything it actively could to suppress Gen 5, act like it didn't exist. And even despite all of that, Gen 5 has still consistently risen up in terms of popularity and in terms of what people like. It's not nearly the top, but it has substantially shown it will not simply bow and go away. And I think that more than anything shows the quality of Gen 5. That even with everything working against it, it has come back favorably. And I think nothing else shows that it is a great game beyond that. You know, it is completely underrated because of just the very unfortunate time and place of its existence. You know, it was a game that made story a large fundamental component. It was a game that made, you know, actually well-designed Pokemon stats. You know, well-designed in the sense of their stats, spread, moves, and abilities are designed to mesh well with each other mechanically. It was really the first game that took that idea and applied it to the entire region of Pokemon, rather than a few token Pokemon here and there are going to get very, very favorable specific stat spreads and abilities where they're going to be good. It applied that to a generation-wide spread, and I love that. It was actually good. People crapping it too much. Its reputation tank. I have never seen Sonic Boom. I actually know almost nothing about the Sonic series. I plan to play Sonic games, though. I plan to play Sonic. Well, see, here's the thing, Matt. You say power creep, but it's kind of hard to not power creep when everything before was slapdashed together bullshit stats. It's kind of hard for power creep to not happen when they actually take making Pokemon seriously for the first time in 4 gens. You know, it's like, try being the game, couldn't be how buggy it was. I think Sonic Boom was a TV show. Wasn't Sonic Boom like a TV show or something like that? I've heard good things of Mania. I've heard good things about Mania, and I plan to play it at some point. Sadly, we did not get the Attack Fish. I would have loved to get a shiny Attack Fish. We didn't get it, though. I'm gonna go Sonic. I've heard very good things about Mania. I've heard very good things about Mania. I've been hearing very, very, very good things about Frontiers. I don't know what if I'm. Frontiers is a game I'm not sure if I'll get Frontiers like when I may not plan to do it, because the thing is, like, while I'm loading up the lobby, I'll actually go and show you why I'm a bit hesitant to get like Frontiers right now. I'll show you why I'm a little bit hesitant to like get Frontiers at this present moment, and it is well I'll make a thing. 4, 3. There we go. Is that I have still yet to start Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I've still yet to start that series. Blind, by the way. I've not played Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Still yet to start Metroid Dread. Again, also blind. Have not played the game. We are going to be starting Super Mario Odyssey. Again, blind. We are continuing our Legend of Zelda series. Blind. Fossil Fighters Frontier. Blind. Scarlet Violet. Blind. And a lot of games are going to be played blind. And I think going into a whole new series of games that because at the very least with Kirby, with Metroid, not Mario. I don't really know much about Mario. I've actually never played a Mario game. Going into multiple series blind on them simultaneously, I don't think would be a good thing, because I think it would overwhelm me. Which is one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to start Sonic Frontiers right now. And Pyramar. You have absolutely no idea the backlog. I have the next year's worth of channel content already planned out up here. I have the next year's worth of content already planned out right up here. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff planned. I have been thinking about this for a long time. Let's see. Let's just say that Sonic Team was making Sonic Boom for everyone except the Wii U, and was then told the game would be a Wii U exclusive. How the hell does that work, Matt? Explain to me how the absolute hell that happens. Because that makes no sense. So I'm gonna get some pretzels because I'm hungry. I'm feeling snacky. Oh, good, Barbarical. That's fortuitous. Yes, I have a thing of pretzels. I just like pretzels. I have a weakness for pretzels. It doesn't. The game is broken. I have a hard time believing a game could be as broken as Red and Blue. I have a very hard time believing that. I have absolutely no idea what combos are. We're going for the Doug Trio. Yeah, this is going to be our final DA of the night. Let's go Max Strike. My god, Bloon's tower defense is 10 years old. Holy crap. Beyond Nintendo consoles making Sonic Boom. I have absolutely no idea what the Cry engine is. Matt. You're gonna need to explain. You have to remember, I know nothing about, like, game engines. With things like, oh yeah, this game has this engine that goes with these games. Like, all I know is, like, the Unreal Engine or something like that is what a lot of the games on PlayStation are being used. You're gonna need to explain, buddy. So the engine was fundamentally at odds with the system, I guess. Oh, Jays. Jays. Anytime someone says something 10 years ago makes them feel old, that makes me feel old, because I remember waiting to pre-order Diamond and Pearl and wanting to get those fancy stylus toppers. And then I remembered... Oh man, I remember waiting to see the pre-orders of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I waited, and I remember waiting to see the pre-order bonuses for 2 Pokemon games. And then I remember waiting and finding myself now looking forward to the pre-order bonuses of their remakes. That makes me feel old. I'm not even 25 is the thing, Pyramar. I'm 23. I'm 23. Uh, 99. 99, not 98. 99. Not as bad as the time I was out with my younger sister and someone... Oh my gosh, okay. I feel slightly less bad now, Matt. Then again, you do look really young, Matt. You do look really young. Like, okay. Like, you're like Peter. Remember, Peter's 28, remember, Matt. He looks younger than you. Those who don't know, Peter is one of the people in the Penn State Pokemon Club. He at the Penn State at Penn State, you know, the college. I thought for years he was like a freshman, and he's like a graduate student. Like, wait, you're older than me, and you look young as hell. It's like, like, I just don't remember, like, when someone mentioned, like, oh yeah, Peter, I just remember, like, oh, I remember asking about, like, when Peter graduated, and then, oh yeah, no, he already graduated. Oh. Life's fun. Oh, really, man? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's something. That is something, Matt. You know what? Justified reaction. There's a number of Penn State campuses. There's like... How many satellite campuses are there in Penn State? There's what, like 20-something? There's a lot of satellite campuses. Oh, I knew that X and Y came out like around 10 years ago. I was actually talking about with some of my friends. Like I said, in a couple of years, that game's gonna be a decade old. And I said, oh my gosh. Because I know Black and White are already over a decade old. Hey, Melon. Hey, Melon. How you doing? Yeah, this real run is good. I love how we all feel old together here. We all feel old together. Screw you. Yeah, I was nowhere near the Hershey. I was nowhere near the Hershey one. I went to University Park. I went to the big boy school of University Park. I went to big boy campus. I really have nothing but negative memories of that place, I'll be honest. Outside of the Penn State Pokemon Club, I really don't have positive memories. And yeah, I'd recommend switching out for this. I'd switch out for the Colossal. Actually. Switch out for the fish. Horn. Fish. Frick is its name. What is the hornfish's name? What is the hornfish's name? I can't think of the hornfish's name. What is the name of it? Sea King, that's what its name is. Like, Sea King, yes. Switch out for the Sea King. Switch out the lantern for the Sea King, or as I've apparently decided to call it, hornfish. Hornfish. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh. Yep. Pretty much, Matt. Stupid hornfish. Blue sleep. Oh, hair. Okay. Okay, hair. I just like the hairstyle that they have because it's a lot similar to mine because I like my hair long. I like my hair long. The delay actually is beneficial. The reason why is the specific term is latency. The reason we have the latency is it basically allows the information to be uploaded so it can come in higher quality. You know, if there was no latency, this will be like 244 pixels. It would be like bare bones minimum quality garbage. Yeah, Pokemon is as old as my brother. Pokemon is as old as my brother. So, yeah. What the hell is RBY8U? What the hell is RBY8U? I feel like RBY means red, blue, yellow, but... Yeah, that I figured. I figured that is 8, yeah, 8. Wait. Silva! Oh my gosh, Silva's here! We all love Silva. How are you doing, Silva? How is the Silva doing? How is the great and powerful Silva doing? We love Silva. Bottom of the barrel so hard you're taking Splinter from the bottom. I don't even want to imagine that, Matt. I don't even want to imagine that. You're cussing at Walrein. Oh, please give us context, Silva. Please give us context. You have to give us context for what you mean by that. Swap out for the fish. Let's go. Yeah, the reason why is Ho has ridiculous special defense. That's why I wanted you to take the physical attacker. We do love Silva as well as we love Kayla. We love both. We love both of them. We love both of them. We do indeed love both of them. Alright, let me put on some music. Oh wait, oh no, wait, I forgot to mute the thing. Oh damn. Oh, I forgot to mute that. Okay, whoops. There we go. Razor shout. Alright, let's go find someone to raid. Oh, I think I know who we're I know exactly who we're raiding. Alpha Walrein, perfect dex for the shoe. Oh, Silva. I salute thee, Silva. We salute Silva! But how's everyone doing? Guys, again, don't forget to leave a screw you, you stupid shoe bird. Screw you, you stupid shoe. You're a shoe. I like it, Paramar. Yeah, I know who we're raiding. I know exactly who we're raiding. Let's take this thing down. Hi, lady. Hi, lady. Luxury ball. Well. Ah, this is not lady. Ah, I say. This is lady's sister then. Okay. Hello there, lady sister. Welcome in. We're gonna go raid. We didn't get the shiny bird. We didn't get the shoe. All right. We're gonna go send a raid to our good buddy, Jer. See you guys next time. Shrug and roll up. Bye bye.